Hello, greetings. I'm Tari Prinster, founder of Yoga for Cancer, and I'm honored to be part of the SIO Summer Virtual Workshops. I am here to invite you for a few moments of a yoga pause. Whatever you have been doing, I hope that you will find yourself comfortable in a position with me for the next 20 minutes to do some yoga. And the goal I have for you is to use yoga to develop some spinal health. It's really important for all of us in our culture today because we are experiencing more and more time on our computers and maybe in our cars. And what naturally happens when we are in those activities is a rounding of the spine, and the head seems to drop forward as we concentrate more. So there are ways that we can use yoga, which is a combination of matching movement and breath, to keep the spine healthy and strong, upright. We'll all feel better sitting up straight and tall. Now, it does start with sitting properly. As you can see, I am sitting on a stack of yoga blankets using yoga blocks underneath my thighs. This may not be an option for wherever you are right now. Perhaps your option is sitting in a chair. So what we'll be doing today is very adaptable to a chair. I want to start with explaining how to sit. I am sitting with upright, a little bit off of the floor, so my hips are a little bit higher than my knees. Sitting forces our legs to bend, folding our legs, and that is much healthier if our hips are seated up on something, as I am on my yoga blankets. That may be true for you in a chair, and if that is your option, let's look at the proper ways to sit in a chair. As you can see, I'm going to fold my body halfway, and I'm going to sit on the edge of the chair, even a little further, so my back is not touching it. So if this is your option, please scoot forward of your chair. And you can see immediately when my knees are lower than the tops of my hips, what happens to my spine. It can have those natural three curves that the spine wants to make. It is likely that if I'm seated with my spine resting on the back, that I will round forward. This is not an ideal way for keeping spinal health. So coming forward, feet flat on the floor, sitting up nice and tall, drawing the shoulder blades back behind you. I'm going to demonstrate how easy that is to take that rounding out of the spine. Bringing your arms down next to you, palms facing the floor or your body. See how my spine is somewhat rounded? I'm going to take an inhale. I'm going to inhale, lift my chest, let my lungs expand, and turn my palms up towards the ceiling. You see how that naturally pulled my spine into alignment. What it was doing was using the muscles on the back of my body. I'm going to sit with you now and do the rest of our spinal movements seated like this, so you can see me. And before we start moving the spine, combining breath and movement, let's focus on the movement of this breath in the body. Let's focus on the breath just for a few breaths. Starting with that uprightness of the spine, broad in the shoulders, and closing your eyes. Without changing your breath, just observing for 3 breaths, an inhale and an exhale. Maybe you immediately felt your body kind of relaxing and settling into this upright spine. And I'd like to do that again, only this time. Inhale and pause. Hold that breath and feel how broad your collarbones are, how stretched the shoulders are away from each other, and how tingling that inhale feels in your lungs, how full of energy. And then release the breath. That's an exhale. We're going to inhale again and pause. Now slowly let the exhale go. Slowly, slowly, without shrinking. And then pause. And now begin to breathe naturally and normally again. I know for me, when I take a pause after my exhale, that's where I feel my body relax. And there's science behind that as to why that happens with our exhale. Now let's use that powerful breath of inhaling, expanding, and exhaling, staying tall, but coming inward. Inhale, expand. Exhale. The inward movement is a little bit of core movement in our abdominal muscles. Inhale, expand, feeling the shoulder blades get broad, and exhale, coming inward. Now we're going to match breath and movement to create spinal health. There are 5 ways to move the spine, and we need to do this every day, and making it an effort to do it with the proper breath. That is, when we inhale, we are doing a specific movement, and when we exhale, we are doing a specific movement of the spine. Let's start again with our arms out to the side and taking that nice long inhale, lifting the arms straight up towards the ceiling, elongating the spine, and slowly relaxing the breath, relaxing the arms down without losing or shrinking the height of your spine. That's the exhale. Inhale, one more breath in, lifting the arms up. This time as you exhale, bring our hands down onto our thighs or our knees. That was one way to move the spine into elongation. Now we're going to let the inhale bring our heart forward and slightly bend the spine backwards without looking at the ceiling, just look forward. The third way to move the spine is rounding it as we exhale. A slight rounding of the spine. You can see how I bring my elbows out to the side. Now let's do that elongation again. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up, stretching the spine. And as you exhale, without shrinking, bring the hands down onto the thighs or knees. The in-breath brings us into our slight back bend, and the out-breath slightly rounds the spine forward, bringing the navel back towards the wall behind you. That's 3 ways to move the spine. Inhale, elongates it, that's one way. Now I'm going to exhale and bring my left hand down, elongate again, and introducing the 4th way to move the spine, which is a side bend on the exhale, over to the right. Inhale, back to center, elongation. Exhale, just bring the right hand down, elongate again, and side bending over to the opposite side. So again, matching breath and movement, elongation with the inhale, and as you exhale, bring the hands down onto the knees. Inhale brings us into a little back bend, and the exhale dives the navel back as we round the spine slightly forward. Inhaling again, elongation, and I'm going to side bend over to the right on an exhale. Inhale back to center and side bending to the left on an exhale. Inhale back to center. Here's the 5th way to move the spine. elongation, and then twisting. Inhale, center. It doesn't matter which way, just remember to do the opposite side as you exhale, coming into your twist again. Inhaling back to center. And as you exhale, bring your hands down onto your thighs or the sides of your chair and switch the crossing of your legs. We're going to repeat that sequence, bringing health to the spine by moving it in 5 directions with the proper breath. One more time. On an inhale, turn the palms up and out, lift the arms and the spine up. And as you exhale, bring the hands down without shrinking the spine. Inhale, find a little back bend, and exhale, rounding the spine slightly forward. Inhale, elongate the spine, and use the exhale to side bend. Inhale, back to center, and the exhale to side bend in the opposite direction. Inhale, back to center. The exhale twists you around that long spine in one direction. The inhale brings you up, and the exhale twists you to the opposite direction. One last time. Inhale, back to center, and as you exhale, bring your hands down onto your thighs, stretch them out in front of you. If you are in the chair, stretch your legs out in front of you, still placing your hands on your thighs. Now, spinal health is also maintained by understanding how to keep a flat back. It protects the lower spine, and a flat back, when we fold with a flat back, we protect our lower spine, and also keep our chest open nice and wide so we can breathe easily. That happens when I look forward, and as I fold forward on my exhale, I keep my heart in front of my nose, and the front and back of my spine are both in the same alignment. They're both flat. They don't round forward. Okay, so on an inhale, lift the spine up, elongate it as we just did. Exhale, just slightly bring the spine forward, deep creases in the hips. Inhale, bring you back. And the exhale lets the heart and eyes come forward. Deep bend in the hip creases. Inhale up. And again, folding by bending the spine forward, deepening the hip creases. One more like that. Inhale up, and exhale, folding the spine forward. Now bring the spine up, and we're going to do that standing. So if you are in a chair, please stand up. If you are seated like I am, please find your way up to a stack of blocks or to the chair. I could use my blocks, but I'm going to do this in a chair because the next pose we're going to do is chair pose. And chair pose is an imitation of sitting in a chair by folding our body. So we're going to fold our body by deepening our hip creases, bending our knees, and keeping the front and back of our spine the same length. So you can do that over your chair and just sort of pretend like you're going to sit in it. But on an in-breath, we're going to bring ourselves all the way up tall again. Exhale, hands to thighs, and heart stays in front of nose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, looking forward. We take a deep fold into our chair pose. One more like that. Inhale, out and up, and exhaling into our chair pose. Okay, so now we're going to inhale and come up. Exhale, arms down, and turn around. So we can use the chair pose to do some more advanced yoga poses. I'm going to keep my feet relatively close to the chair. I'm going to use that outward rotation of palms up towards the ceiling, elongating the spine on an inhale. And as I exhale, I'm going to keep my flat back, bend my knees, and bring my hands down onto the chair. Inhale, I'm going to straighten my legs and come up to stand. Exhale brings me into my chair pose, hands to blocks. Now, from here, we're going to do more poses, but inhaling, take your right leg back behind you. Good. And on an exhale, turn the right heel down onto the floor. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, straighten both legs. So I'm going to seesaw back and forth like this. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, keep the spine folding with a flat back over your left leg. Inhale forward. Exhale, folding over my left leg. I'm going to keep my left hand where it is. And with an in-breath, I'm going to reach my right arm out up towards the ceiling. Some of you might recognize this pose. This is called triangle pose. Exhale and bring that right hand down. Inhale, let the right arm float up towards the ceiling. Exhale and bring it down. One more like that. Inhale up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bringing it down. Look forward. Inhale, bend the left knee. And exhale, bring both feet together. Inhale brings us all the way up. And the exhale, of course, bends the knees deeply, hands to the chair or blocks. Inhale, take the left leg back, turn the heel down. And as you exhale, straighten that right leg, looking forward. I'm folding deeply. I'm going to inhale and bend the right knee, look forward. Exhale, folding deeply over my right leg, keeping my spine flat. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, folding over that right leg. Now, from here, you can't see me as well, but I'm going to inhale my left arm out and up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it down. So we'll do that in our triangle pose 2 more times. The in-breath brings the arm up, and the exhale brings it down, folding over the leg. Last one. Inhale, open and twist. Exhale, bringing it down to the chair. And inhale, bends that right knee, looking forward. And an out breath brings our feet together. The inhale flies us up, and the exhale brings our arms down onto either side. So those are 2 wonderful yoga poses that we did there. We're going to do a third yoga pose. Warrior 3, using breath and movement. So step back from your chair or your table if you're using a table or your blocks. On an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And on an exhale, bend your knees and place your hands on the chair. And then from here, I'm going to inhale my right leg back behind me just a little bit. So my left knee is slightly bent. On an exhale, I'm going to straighten that left leg and lift the right heel up towards the ceiling. Inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, straighten that left knee. All sorts of wonderful things are happening here. Bend on the inhale. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend one more time. Exhale, straighten. I'm keeping my back nice and long. Last one. Inhale, bend. And this time, as you exhale, bring both feet together. Deep fold now. And I'm going to inhale all the way up. Exhale, bending in the knees, hands to the wherever you're using. On an inhale, bring the left leg back. Exhale, straighten that left leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale and straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. I'm building bone, and I am actually keeping a nice long flat back, which is really supportive of my spine. The exhale straightens my leg. Another inhale to bend and bring both feet together as you exhale. And inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, arms down onto either side. So I'm going to bring myself back to a seated pose in front of you. To close out this little bit of yoga pause that we had in the middle of your day. I hope that you're feeling the fluids of your body flowing. The breath was helping you move and keeping your spine nice and straight and long and tall and upright, and hopefully taking some of that rounded work out of the back of your spine. Sit here for a moment and let your body get quiet. Feel supported by the chair, seated in the chair with your feet on the floor, or as I am. Let the body quiet. You may even want to close your eyes and focus again on your breath. Let the breath rise on the inhale. And as you exhale, feel the breath move inward, still staying tall. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, stay quiet and tall. And now open your eyes. I'm going to thank you for joining me for this little yoga pause in the middle of your day, and hope that you are feeling like there is strength in your spine and a lovely pause to your day. Thank you.